Hello again, everybody, and welcome back for another video. What I'm going to do right now is a continuation of the Dell OptiPlex 3010 hack that I talked about in the other video. What we're going to do today is I'm actually going to make a custom wire loom that you can use for your OptiPlex 3010 that will enable you to, if you want, swap it into another case without having to do the hack like the way I did it in the video originally. If you had watched that video, you'll see that when I hacked it, I actually tapped into the actual headers coming off of the case of the Matrix 30. And what we're going to do today is we're going to make a custom one so that you don't have to actually tap into the case itself. This way, if you're swapping it into another case and maybe you get tired of that case and you want to do another case, then you can easily just pull it out, put it into another one. You're not going to have any problems at all. So there's going to be three key regions that I'm going to focus on. The first one is going to be this right here. Let me move this into the screen so you can see it. This is the 16 pins that I was talking about that we're going to hack into, and the X's here are going to represent where the bridge is going to go between all these. Now, if you have a OptiPlex 3010, and if you look at that header, you'll see that there's like a couple wires that are bridged together, and those are actually kind of important here. Let me zoom out here so you can see this visual of the motherboard one more time so that you'll know where it's at on your motherboard. It's going to be right next to your SATA ports here off to the right. These little 16 pins, you know, there's 2 of them on each row, 8 rows. And then the next thing we need to focus on is up on top here, right next to the memory, is this little 5 or 6 pin header right here, which is really tiny. This is the header that you'll see like on the Dell forums or on Linus Tech Tip forums, where people talk about, you know, crossing these two together and then using these two to start the motherboard. And that does work, but it's wrong. There's you know, of course, you know, I showed that hack already. There's a better way to do it where you get full capabilities and instead of just the power button and then maybe one light, you'll have, you know, the reset plus the hard drive activity and all that going on. And then the third and final one is down here at the bottom, and that's with the USB port. This is a standard micro ATX sized 3010 visualization here, so you're going to focus on here and here on this with the USB. You see the 2 USB ports here if you're following along. Now if I go, and which one is it? Yeah, this one. This picture right here, this is actually a, hold on, a small form factor version, SFF version of this motherboard. And you'll notice on this one, your connectors up here where the red is, where it's circled in red, are pretty much kind of in the same position, and they're up there right by the memory. I marked in blue where we're going to splice together for that. And down here, your front panel headers that you're going to be working with are actually on the bottom of the motherboard, and you'll see those. Here's your 24 pin right there. Here's your USB right here. These right here, what we're going to be working with. And I also marked those with an X if you want to take a look at that. That's where we're going to be working. It's going to be the third one from the left on the bottom and the fifth one, I guess. And then right here it'll be the fourth one. So that's what we're going to make our little bridge on the small form factor. And on the USB it would be these two right here. that I was talking about in the last video. So if you're not following along what the hell I'm saying right now, then you obviously didn't watch the first video. So you might want to click that link right up in there and go check that out. But anyways, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to make a little front panel header for it. Let me do something here. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to focus on this. Making one of the connectors for this. Now let me turn my camera here and we'll go right to my thing here so you can see all this. And what you're going to see here is I've got, hold on, let me get my microphone wire out of my way. This is a male to female wire. It's basically the same thing that you would use for like a Raspberry Pi if you're gonna get some wires and connect up that to those GPIOs pins. You can get these on Amazon. I think this was only like $5.99 or something. They're real cheap. And what else we got here is some T's, and you're going to need 3 of those, 3 T's. And those come in a little package like this. You can also get these on Amazon, and I will link to both of these things at the bottom of the video here in the description, so you can go and get these if you want that, or else, if you're too cheap to do that, then just, snip it, get some tape, and, jerry rig it. But, okay, so I've got 2 of them together here, like I said, a male and a female. This female end is going to plug into your case's front panel headers. This end is actually going to plug into the motherboard. So what we're doing here is we're just kind of extending this out a little bit so that you can plug in there or unplug if you're not going to use that anymore and swap cases or whatever. Same thing with this one. One's going to be for the power button, one's going to be for the reset button. And then we have this single one right here in the middle. And what this is going to be, this is actually going to be our bridge right here, this long one. It doesn't really matter which end you use because we're actually going to snip those. And so that's where we're going to start right now. Let me get out the little clippers here. And we'll snip that. So that wire is gone. Following along. Okay. We'll just make this nice and even. So we'll fold this in half. And we'll snip right about there. So now we have 2 of these wires. So we have a bridge for each connection. Now, you know what? I screwed up, people. I forgot to leave one. Hold on, let me get another one out of the thing. That's why I'm glad I got a whole bunch of these. Hold on here. We'll snag one of these. See if I can find a black one. No. We'll use a gray one. Screw it. All right. I'm sorry. There I am trying to teach you people something and I screw it all up. All right, we're just going to snip one end. I'm sorry. There we go. Toss that off to the side. And then, you know what? And then I snipped the wrong end. Jesus, I can't get anything right today. I tell you what. All right, so I guess it's going to be an orange one. We're going to snip this end. Because what I needed there was a female end. So I've got a female end here. I'm going to laugh about how stupid I'm being here. A female end there, and then let me fold this in half, and we will snip that. There we go. So we got one single wire right there, and one single wire right there with a female end, and that is what we need. Okay, we'll set that there so you can see that before I begin. Okay, so all you have to do here, and this is going to go real quick, first of all, decide which one. I guess it doesn't really matter, positive or negative. You just make sure you plug them into the right ones when you do this. We'll use the white end on this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these T's and we're going to put it right in there. and just click it down. And you can just use a pair of needle nose. Oops. Look at that. I have both hands free, and I still can't work right today. I suck. But anyways, let's try that again. All right. There's our first T. And then we're going to take one more T and put that right next to it. So we got 2 T's on one, and these are the ones that are going to get plugged into the motherboard right here. And then on the other one, we're going to take the one that's going to go to the motherboard, and we'll use the brown on this one, I suppose. We're going to do one more T. Close that down real quick. So, to recap before we continue, we've got one of these female to male, or male to female, and on the end where the female end is, on one of them we have 1 T. On the other one, on the female end, we have 2 T's and our male ends there. So the first thing we're going to do then is we're going to decide which one we want to I guess we'll use this one. It doesn't really matter which way this goes. If you want to use one for reset, one for power, it doesn't really matter. It's all going to bridge together anyways. But if you look down in there, I don't know if that's focusing or not. See a little hole right there? You can put your wire through it right there. That'll kind of hold it. Take it. Click it down. And then on the other one, you know what? I did that wrong again. I should have put this one on the one with 2. God, I just suck today. I tell you what. I suck. I just can't help it. I suck. I'm going to do it one more time. We'll get this right by the end of the video. I tell you. Shit. Use 2 more. So what I'll do to make this easier. There. I'll just do that. And there we go. Oh, God, I hope I'm not confusing you guys too much. I mean, I'm kind of confused myself. Jesus, I suck. Okay, so there's one connection. So we got 3 right there. So obviously this is going to be our jumper right here. And then this one right here. So I don't screw this up again. We're going to stick it into there. Click that down. And take a new one. Need this in. I gotta grab another jumper. Look at that. I'm wasting money for this, but oh well. But I'm sure I'll probably get another OptiPlex in, so I'll just put this in the shelf there in an envelope or something and mark it, because I'm sure I'll probably use this again. And you don't want to go too low on this, because then it'll be kind of hard to get these plugged in. But there we go. There's that one. And then we're going to bridge this like so in there. And let's click that down. And again, you don't have to use these T's. If you want, you can just use some wire strippers and wrap it around and tape it up, and you know, whatever's cheap. And you know, you don't have to buy these wires if you don't want to. Maybe you got an old case that's junk or something, and you're just going to trash that out. But so what we have here essentially now is, we'll say this is going to be our power thing that's going to go into our power. These two are going to go into our reset. This one is going to go into the jumper for the SATA. And combined together, that is the hack. And let you have a look at that here. Let me lay it out so you can see it. So you'll notice here, 2 here, a couple here, 1 there. And then these here will go onto the front panel connectors on your case. That way you can stick this on your Dell, and you can actually make this a little cleaner than I did. This looks like shit, but I'm trying to rush through this. Sorry, but I'm sure you could probably do better. You could probably shorten that up, whatever, however you want to do it. I'm just doing it long so that you get a good visual of how this is looking. And again, I'll spread that out so you can see what the hack actually looks like. These are the parts that go onto the motherboard again, and these go onto your front panel headers on your case, just like that. And let's go back to the screen here. And again, we will go to, hold on here. I think this is one I want. No, not that one. Got to be this one. There we go. This is the pinout. Let me expand that there so that you can see that. Zoom. Here, we'll set it just perfect. Okay. So, again, when you look on that 16-pin thing on here, your hard drive LEDs are going to go right over here on the left side. Your positive is going to be the top one, followed by the negative. And then on the right-hand side is the power LEDs, positive, negative. And like I had said in the last video, this is actually pretty much just like a standard motherboard layout is. And then, of course, you got your reset here and your power button here. And there's the X marking where the jumpers sections of it get all put together. So on this one, say if I'm going to use, come back here. Say if I'm going to use the blue and the, what is this, brown or purple? The blue and the purple, let's say this is going to be my power switch. Obviously, this blue one is going to have to go right here where the X is. Blue here, purple here. And then, of course, on the other one where it is black and white. And again, colors go by whatever you decide and whatever you don't screw up that I did. But here it's black and white, so clearly the white one has the jumper, so the white one is going to go right here. The black one is going to go here. And then that spare jumper right here, which is this orange one that you see, is going to go right here. And that's how you do it. And then let me reduce that real quick and call this back up. Oops, where'd it go? It went off my screen. Hold on, let me do something here. Nope. You know what I did is I went to move it and I accidentally took it off the screen. And it's like totally gone now. Oh my God. Really? God, I suck. Alright, I'll have to do it on this picture. I should really learn how to use Paint Shop Pro a little better. You'd think after all these years that I've used it that I wouldn't screw that up. But whatever. Anyways, there's our front header. Here's the blank spot on that little top part right up by the memory. Is what I'm trying to show you here. Here's our memory. Let me zoom out. And there's that little header. God damn it. And so you just find your blank spot right here where there's nothing. And in the opposite corner is where you're going to go. And then the one right next to it, which would be the red and the yellow wires right here. You're going to bridge these two together. Now, on the Dell forums, Lance Tech Tip forums, maybe a few YouTube videos, people will say, well, bridge these together and then use these ones to power on the computer, and then use like these two for your power light or whatever. And that does work, but I mean, these wires here are actually a lot smaller than standard ones like this, and they're kind of a pain in the ass to work with. So I'd prefer not to do that. I'd prefer having the full functionality of the case, and I'm sure you probably would too. And I, like I said, I had already showed you the hack too with the USB port. You know, you make sure you get the furthest one here and the one right next to it. You're going to jumper that. You can either jumper it on the wire itself, or you could just put one of those little tiny jumpers on it if you're not going to use it. It's up to you. But let me close all this. And that's going to be about it, guys. So hopefully you learned something there. Well, I'm sure you learned that, well, I'm, you know, totally not infallible. I fuck up all the time. But, you know, that's the thing about me. When I do my videos, I'll do them in the raw, and I'm not going to like re-edit it and just to make myself look like I'm just a damn genius or something, because I'm not. You know, I've done it a long time, but, you know, I still screw up. Nobody's perfect. But that's it for today, guys, and I will see you again probably later this week. You all have a great time. I'll catch you later, guys. Bye.